So there's the classic career question, right? Do you go for the safe job, the one with stability, a decent salary, and a clear path? Or do you take a risk and chase the thing that you actually love, even if it's uncertain, unproven, and maybe even a little scary? It's a question so many people get stuck on. And honestly, there's no one size fits all answer. But let's unpack it a little bit. Because the way we've been taught to think about careers, it's often way too black and white. We're told passion versus practicality, dream versus duty, as if they can't coexist, as if it's either freedom or survival. But real life is a lot more nuanced than that. It's a lot more layered. So let's start with this. Not every passion has to become your profession, and not every safe job is soulless. It depends on you, your values, your lifestyle, your mental bandwidth. Because here's what people don't always talk about. Sometimes chasing your passion full time can actually drain the joy out of it. Say you love painting or writing or baking or even making YouTube videos. The moment it becomes your only source of income, the pressure kicks in. You start thinking about views, sales, deadlines, and slowly what was once your escape becomes another job with stress, performance, and expectations. That doesn't mean you shouldn't try, but it means be intentional. Ask yourself, would I still love this if it became a responsibility, not just a release? On the other hand, just because a job is safe doesn't mean it's meaningless. Some people actually find deep satisfaction in routine, in being able to come home with a clear head, in using that security to build something quietly powerful on the side, like investing in a passion project, mentoring others, or supporting family. You see, stability isn't boring. It's often the foundation that lets you grow in other parts of life. So now let's talk about the pressure. The world, especially online, has kind of glorified the quit your 9 to 5 and follow your dream narrative. And look, that's definitely inspiring, but also unrealistic for many people. If you have financial responsibilities, health issues, or family depending on you, then the risk appetite, the risk calculus changes. And that's not weakness, that's maturity. Sometimes the most courageous thing isn't chasing a dream recklessly, but rather is building it slowly alongside your reality. A quiet side hustle, a course that you take on weekends, or 1 hour a week dedicated to your passion, guilt free. And that is still progress, right? It's still building. So now let's go a bit deeper. Underneath this whole safe versus passion debate is something even more important. What does success actually mean to you? Is it freedom, recognition, income, stability, legacy? Because when you get clear on that, suddenly the choice gets a lot easier. You might realize your passion isn't a career, maybe it's the value that you provide. You might be drawn to creativity or leadership or solving real problems. And there are many jobs, even safe ones, that can give you those things. So let's say a teacher who brings creativity into their classroom, or it could be an analyst who solves meaningful problems, or a nurse who feels aligned with their purpose every day. It's not about job titles, it's about alignment. And I guess one more thing, and this is really important, your career path doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. We live in a world obsessed with clarity. What do you do? Where do you work? How much money do you make? What's next? So sometimes the most meaningful paths look messy from the outside, but despite them being winding and evolving and full of pivots, they make sense to the person who's walking that path, and that is completely okay. You're not behind because you chose stability, and you're definitely not naive because you followed your passion. You're simply living a life that reflects your priorities, and those can change. So, whether you're at the start of your journey, in the middle of a pivot, or feeling stuck between two different options. You don't have to choose today once and for all. What you can do is you can start safe and grow later, or you can lead with passion now and build structure later. Your career isn't a one time direction, it's a relationship that you build over time. And the more honest you are with yourself about your needs, your values, your vision, the better those choices actually become.